Hey y'all, welcome back and welcome to Labor Day, which is why I'm coming to you in full sunlight on a Monday morning and I'm not in a fluorescent hellscape that is a public school. Not that my school is a hellscape, just like the fluorescent lighting does not do good for anybody's complexion. But anyway, I've been sitting, I've had a really relaxing morning. I was able to sleep in until about 8 a.m., which I love. So I slept in. I've been reading The Black Notebook, which of course is on my fall TBR list. I'll link that video down below if you haven't checked it out. And I've been having coffee. So the coffee today, as well as pretty much every day until Peppermint Mocha is released, is the Starbucks Fall Blend. The mug of the day, by the way. I think I'm going to start doing that on these vlogs and maybe in shorts. I don't know. I have so many mugs and they're all so cute. So this one is from a few years back. Disney was doing the attractions. I don't know if they still do that. I know now they're doing the decades for the 100th anniversary, but they were doing Mickey Main Attraction, I think is what it was called. But anyway, so this is the mug from It's a Small World. We hung out together in the last weekly vlog. You will know how much I adored the, let's see if I can remember, Apple Crisp oat milkshake and espresso. I think that's what it's called. Their new fall offering. And when I was at the store the other day, I saw that Califia had a caramel apple crumble. So this is an oat creamer. So I thought, oh, this, let's see if it's the same. Perfect. This cost a little bit less than like one of the small ones from Starbucks did. So I was like, oh, that'll be perfect. So the other one I said in that vlog, I commented that it tasted like you were drinking an apple pie, which I really enjoyed. This tastes like you're drinking, this is going to be very specific. So I don't know if you've ever had it. You know because I don't know if it's carried everywhere in the world. Instant oatmeal, but the apple cinnamon flavored instant oatmeal, that with like the little like dehydrated chunks of apple, which that was totally my jam when I was growing up. I unfortunately cannot eat oatmeal anymore, so big tear there. This tastes like drinking that. And while I liked the apple pie one, like I'll finish it. You can't see, like it's about to here, so I will definitely finish it. I paid for it. It's the only creamer in the apartment currently. But this just gives me the feeling, unlike the other one that kind of made me feel like warm and cozy inside, this just makes me feel like I'm in the nursing home and I can't properly like chew and digest my food. So they've had to blend everything up for me. So not really enjoying that. Today, I actually had planned out a jam-packed day of doing a whole bunch of things, but then I thought, it's a day off, okay? No, it's going to be my only day off pretty much until next month. I'm going to enjoy this. Overall, the main goal of today is to lightly clean the apartment so we can decorate for fall. I've changed because I'm going outside. It is definitely time. I've never done this at an apartment before, but I've also thought like, well, why not? Because this is my home. Like I will, let's be honest, more than likely never be able to afford my own home, so let me treat my apartment like my home. So I have a scrub brush. I'm gonna go outside and wash my front door because it is filthy. It was filthy whenever I moved in, and it's only gotten worse. Ew. Is it perfect? No, but it is much better than before. The door is done, rested, cooled off a little bit. So hot outside. And I'm waiting for pizza. Technically, I'm waiting for Pizza Hut to open so they can start making the pizza. They open at 1. I had no clue. What if you want Pizza Hut at like 11 o'clock in the morning? Maybe it's just the Pizza Hut in my area. But anyway, so I have to wait for that. I decided to do a little light dusting. This is my favorite, by the way. Seasonal scent from Mrs. Meyer's. It's the apple cider one. Trust me, it smells amazing. While catching up with the trackers while they're at the Disney character warehouse, I'm watching this, right? Like I'm there now and I'll be like, oh yeah, that's a good deal. Let me head out and go get that. You know, not like I live like 16 hours away or anything. I've changed back into my Tennessee sweatshirt, which is a huge throwback for me. This is actually from, I was trying to see, I don't know, I was younger, like a lot younger. 8th, 9th, 10th grade, somewhere in the middle school range, I think. We took a trip during Thanksgiving break to Tennessee, and it was unseasonably cold. Like they were saying, it was unseasonably cold, and we actually got snow on that trip, and that was my first time seeing like an actual real snow. And we brought cool weather clothes, but nothing like this thick, and so picked this up in a Cracker Barrel. I've been wearing it ever since. Definitely has like some stains. It has some purple staining here, like some coffee stains, but I love it. I still love it. I still wear it inside, and I'm thinking about tie-dyeing it, maybe, coming up so that I can wear it throughout, like in the outside world. Let me know what you think, and if you have any experience tie-dyeing, specifically like this sweatshirt material, how do you think that would turn out? So picked up pizza, and I also picked up, I want to show you how cute this box is. I picked up one of the cookie cakes. Look how cute the little box is. It's like a miniature pizza box. All right, so I've put on some fall ambiance music, and it's time to get started with decorating. Fall TBR list. So everything I'm reading up until December, that video, I'll link it down below in case you missed it. So that is here, and I'm going to put a little figurine there. The little pumpkin from Target. Keep all of my holiday things inside of my linen closet. And I really want to restructure all of that because I also keep like my rain trench coat and a little hoodie and, you know, like you saw like purses at the top. I want to restructure how I keep all of my holiday things because I feel like it's taking up a lot of space that I could be utilizing for something else. But I think that that'll be something I do in January after I take all of my Christmas decorations down. Let's though play guess where the fall is. I would bet you that it's the very bottom box. I know this is Christmas. This was my Easter basket growing up. So I have it and I put it out as Easter decorations. Or springtime decorations, kind of just in general. A cute craft but failed YouTube video that I did a few years back where I made an autumn wreath with Mickey ears. Look who was in the closet helping. Watermelon! Say hi, Watermelon. He's a bit shy. Also, he sees a tassel that he wants to play with. I have to change this music. It's a little sad. So I still have a little straightening up to do, and there's still a few things that I need to put up because I don't have like the right hooks to put them up with, but I wanted to give you a little tour, a little show of everything that I put up today fall wise. One thing that I really like to do to change the seasons is to put different greenery or different florals in where, you know, like the vases that I have all throughout the apartment. So I did that. I put a little candy corn catch-all there. I switched out the record from the West Side Story one to this Paris one. It just feels so autumn to me. Put a little squirrel, that Mickey head. And I put the crows by my broom. I thought that that added a little nice touch. And on my linen closet door, the happy fall, y'all. Little owl. This fell down, but it was just being held up temporarily with just like Scotch tape. This is something, I wanted to get like the placement of it to see if I liked it, and I did. So just imagine that being up there. I need to go get some command hooks at the store whenever I go to the store this week to secure it. So this is the little basket. I don't have any produce currently, but that's okay. I will fill it with that. My apple pie. These are definitely my favorite candy of the season, the caramel apple pops. So I have some there. My light up pumpkin. This is my little coffee area with the fall blend. Of course, I love that Black Cat Whiskers bottle. So cute. And this is a very, very, very old vintage original ball jar. So I decided to fill it with some pumpkins. Of course, they're on my stove every year. Squirrels are riding candy corn. In my bathroom, I put the fall rainbow there. I put a few more crows. And I have a little mummy cat bird with a tree. Not exactly sure how I feel about it. It was a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. In my mind, that one was going to, I feel like they lied. It said it was 6 feet. That cannot be 6 feet. Like, it can't, right? That does not look like, anyway, regardless, I wanted it to go from that side all the way to that side. So I just put it there just to get it up and like off the floor so the cats wouldn't attack it. But I think I'll go back to the store and get another one like it so that one can have it and then the other one can have it. Of course, the kitten threw a pillow and more of those crows, as you saw. I think they're so cute. Some of the fillers here in the vase. The candles, that black cat stays up year round. The cutest little ghost in the world. Overall, this is what my baker's rack looks like now. Really think it, I really love it. And this card, such a classic. When I was growing up, pretty much until she died, my Aunt Jean would send me, this is her picture whenever she was young. There we go. My Aunt Jean would send me cards, like seasonal cards for every holiday. And I've kept them all because it always made me feel so special that she did that. And so this is my favorite one for the Halloween one. So this, there's no date, I don't think. No, there's no date, but Happy Hauntings was on the inside. And I added the little trio of Halloween bear. The way I've been watching, like catching up on American Horror Story from way back when, Cult so far has been to me legitimately the creepiest of the seasons. Yeah. But anyway, put that up there. And this, I know that this looks like when you look at it, it looks really weird, but this is also one of my filming stations. So whenever it'll be in frame, it'll look better, hopefully. What I spent the whole entire afternoon doing really helped. I know that it's a Monday, but you know, on these holidays, I still get the Sunday scaries the day before work. Having that to do this afternoon really helped with those Sunday scaries. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, the day has passed and I'm back home and I'm waiting a few minutes. I'm going to freshen up. I have a neurology appointment this afternoon. I didn't film this. I started a weekly vlog and then like things just kind of got out of hand with that week. So a few, 3.5-ish, let's call it, weeks ago, I had a brain MRI and an EEG, and then today, EEG. I find I stutter on that a lot. And today is the day that I go back and get the results. The results have been in Portal for about a week and a half, but I just, I don't want to read those results by myself. So I just kind of put them out of my mind best I could. And yeah, we'll just see what the doctor has to say. Back from the neurologist, good news, bad news sort of situation. I guess it's good news, but good news, really frustrating news. So nothing's wrong with me. Like nothing is wrong with me, which is great. Like, it's great. Like I can say it now. Like, the doctor going into this with all of my symptoms, which are vision issues, balance issues. I have trouble breathing. I've gone to all of these different doctors. I fall a lot. I have like numbness and tingling in my arms and legs and feet and my face and all of these things. And the doctor thought it was MS because I do like textbook symptoms of MS. And this is like around the time that it starts, but nothing's wrong, which is great. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm glad that I don't have that, but at the same time, I wish I did, only to say that like at least then I would know what's wrong and I would know like a course of action if like anything was wrong. But to go and be like, you didn't have a stroke, which once again was great. didn't know if I had a stroke back when I was hospitalized last summer or summer before last with my PEs and DVTs. So no stroke, which was good. There is a spot on my brain, but he said like people will have that randomly. It's not a tumor. It's not an MS lesion or anything like that. There's a very slight, I have two very slight bulging discs in my neck, but he said besides just neck pain, it wouldn't be causing any of this, and it's not anything, thankfully, that needs to be like surgically fixed. So like, I'm frustrated. I'm so frustrated because this reminds me of back whenever, like before, well, technically I was gonna say before we discovered that I had Hashimoto's, but that was pretty much found out really rapidly that I had that. It's just back whenever I found out there wasn't a lot of research that was done. So doctors would tell me like, oh, just go and take Advil, you'll feel better, which no, not at all. But this makes me feel like I did back before I was diagnosed with endometriosis, that I was just going from doctor to doctor and being told there's nothing wrong with you and making me feel sorry. It's been an emotional day. It's just making me feel like I'm crazy saying that while I'm crying. But yeah, it's just really frustrating. And on top of all of this, all right, let me put it together for the next piece of thing that happened today. I found out this afternoon that a friend of mine died this morning, which is of course extremely sad, but also mind-boggling a bit because that's the first friend of mine, like person of our age group, that has died. So yeah, it's been an emotional afternoon. And because of that, I'm not going to chorale practice tonight. And instead, I'm just going to sit on the sofa watching Doctor Who or Supernatural or maybe Bob's Burgers. Those are my 3 comfort shows, by the way. Says a lot about me. But anyway, and I'm going to eat some pizza. That's about it. I'll see you in the morning. Work's done for the day, just picked up my stomach medicine. Now I'm off to the library to return some books, only one of which I've actually read. It's been a while, so let's go shopping at Aldi. That's done. Let me head home so I can eat a very late lunch at 4 o'clock. I guess it'll start like a lupper. Well, today is over. It was an okay day, all things considered. Work went by relatively quickly, kind of just, went through the motions of today. Only cried twice, which is good. I used to do this thing that I would say like, oh, I can't cry because I'm wearing expensive makeup. But I don't wear expensive makeup anymore, pretty much just drugstore makeup. So that option was out. But yeah, so, I mean, today was a day. And it is over, and I'm going to do a few Duolingo Italian lessons and then head off to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Okay, so not this morning, this afternoon. School went okay today. Off of school, obviously now. I'm in an elevator, which I hate. But anyway, came to get some blood work done. All right, all done. Was able to get that blood work, which was really good because they close in about 20 minutes. Did not want to have to come back. I initially went to the one that like I used to go to, but I could not find it at all. So that's why I had to come to the hospital and ride in the elevator. The door wasn't opening. That was terrifying. So I have a lot of irrational fears, shall we say. But my fear of elevators is not an irrational fear. When I was 18, I was stuck in an elevator in the art building at college, and I was in there by myself for quite a while. And that was just kind of out of pure laziness because it was only a 2-story building. So, could have just taken the steps, but like I was really tired, right? So anyway, got stuck, and then the doors finally opened, and it was a really old elevator. Let me say this, it was an old elevator, so there was no call button because it was old. Anyway, so the doors opened, and then it was like stuck between halfway. Like I had to crawl out of the elevator, which I know now from having told that story a lot, that people were like, that was the worst possible thing you could have done. You could have seriously gotten hurt, which I realize that now. But anyway, so for the longest time, I would not go in elevators at all. I would just take the stairs no matter how many flights it was. But now, since the PEs and since my just my balance issues have gotten worse, so and like leg pain and all of those things, so taking the stairs is not always the easiest thing for me to do. Good. So I kind of like tense up every time I have to go in an elevator, but I do it. All right, I'm going to go. I'm still trying to decide if I want to actually go to the coffee shop or if I just want to pick the coffee up and bring it home. I want a little coffee sweet treat because I do. I decided to get my coffee and come home because I realized when I was looking at the time that this is the time that how can I put this politely? I don't know if I can. The spoiled rich kids from the private school in my city like to go to that coffee shop around this time, and I just didn't feel like putting up with them. Yeah, so anyway, got my coffee, and I use coffee, admittedly, very, very lightly, because I got like one of these little drinks. So this is a pumpkin, there you go, it's there, it's written, a pumpkin brulee, a mocha sippy. So I'm going to enjoy this, have a little snack, and might do a bit of writing because that's what I was going to do at the coffee shop. Hello and happy Friday afternoon. So we had a fun little shelter in place right at school dismissal because the weather was so horrible. They didn't want any of the school buses or the kids or us on the road. I say us like they actually care about us. You know what I mean. It's mostly the kids on the road, so they didn't want that. So I stayed at school almost an hour later than I usually do, but that's okay. It is still raining, but much, much better. I can see just on the horizon over there, the sun is peeking out. We had horrible weather last night as well. I've been so sleepy all day long because I didn't sleep with my CPAP last night because the lightning was so terrible. I almost said terrifying. It was terrifying too, but it was terrible. Knocked out the internet. I'm glad that it was just the internet it knocked out at my apartment. All over the area, electricity was knocked out. But currently in my car, about to get down at Barnes & Noble. I think I'm going to do a little bit of writing. Sorry, by the way, that there's been no lunchtime check-ins. We thankfully only have lunch duty once every 3 weeks. And this is my week, which means there is no time to eat lunch at all or do a midday check-in with you. I was looking forward to that coffee all day. I got another oat milk shaken espresso. The apple crisp one wasn't that great. Tasted super, super bitter. And so I'm thinking it just depends on, I guess, who makes it. Don't know, but I got some writing done. I was able to finish a short story that I had started a while back called "Oh No, the Dog Dies in the End." So it's a really good short story, and I have just 10 left of the collection of short stories that I'm going to be hopefully publishing. Not hopefully, I will be publishing that bad boy, whether that's traditional or indie publishing, like self-publishing. I'm currently calling that, if you didn't see that short, by the way, I will link it down below, but I'm calling it Project Scaredy Pants. So I came home, had some dinner, tried to watch The New Little Mermaid, got about 5 minutes into it, and then the internet conked out because it started storming again. So, gave that up. Took a shower, got ready for bed, and now I'm just going to spend a few minutes reading Lessons in Chemistry. This is the book club that I'm in. That's the first time I said that. It's a new thing, the book club that I'm in. Anyway, this was chosen to be our first book club read. If you have read this, let me know in the comments down below what you thought. All right, I'm not really looking forward to tomorrow, but I'll see you then. This morning, I put my towels to wash, and when it was time to transfer them to the dryer, did so, and while I was transferring them, I noticed like a clump of something brown, and my hair falls out, as you know, and sometimes it just gets stuck in towels. Usually, like I'll collect it after a shower, throw it away, that sort of thing. But every so often, like a clump will form. So I went with a paper towel, grabbed it out just in case it was something else, and I'm so glad it did. It was a wasp or dirt dauber. I know that there's a difference. I've never gotten close enough to figure out what that difference is, but it was dead. I don't know how it got in my laundry. It was apparently dead before the laundry went in the washer, because otherwise it would have flown at me and I would have screamed so loudly that you, no matter where you are in the world, could have heard that scream. But anyway, yeah, that's how the morning started out. That has never happened to me, not even in my last apartment where my washer and dryer were outside. So definitely a first for me. And I know I probably didn't have to rewash the towels because I just couldn't. I couldn't just put them in the dryer and then go on with my day and go on using them for the week. Just tanked up and I'm heading out to Alex's funeral. It's about an hour-ish away, so I'll be listening to an audiobook the entire way there to kind of keep my mind off of things. I guess I'll see you after the funeral. So while I'm driving to the funeral, let me tell you a little bit about Alex. We met while we were in college. We took 2 literature classes together. One was a drama lit and the other one was playwriting. And we instantly bonded over our love for coffee, old music, 90s memorabilia, and Disney, of course. Tons of Disney. We were both obsessed. We graduated from college, went our separate ways as far as locations, and then one day he called me up and was like, hey, do you want to go to a Mardi Gras ball with me? And I was like, yeah, definitely. And we took, to this day, my absolute favorite picture of us. Some time went by and we started working together at the same school, and then to save money, we moved in together and we were roommates for a few years. During that time, we did a lot of artwork. I know that this is a picture of me, not Alex, but this is a picture that Alex took of me, and I've always really liked this in the studio sort of picture. You are actually going to meet Alex in this video because Alex had an art show that we were going to go to together. Together meaning you and me. We were going to go to that art show, but instead you're meeting Alex this way. Welcome to Sunday, everybody. We've almost made it through a full week today. So I am currently working on, and whenever I'm done with it in general, I'll show you. So I want to make sure that I'm calling it the correct thing. Yes, okay. So my city they've had this for years, that they have pelican designs, and they're these larger than life-size pelicans that are all around the city at different businesses. And every year, from what I gather at least, they have this thing, meaning the Center for the Arts downtown, they have this thing called the Pelican Ball. You can submit design pitches for what you would like to put on a pelican if you were chosen, and those are due in a few weeks, and I've decided that this year I'm going to submit one, or maybe more than one, I don't know. Currently, I'm just working on one idea. That is what I've been working on for the past half an hour or so, and so far, really like how it is turning out. We had Japanese food for lunch. It was the same place that I went to about a month ago. I'll link that vlog down below, that first week of school vlog, and it was just as delicious. I had the same exact thing that I had last time, but we got to share the starters of dumpling and shrimp tempura, and mwah, it was delicious. Definitely cannot wait to go back there. And whenever I got back, to do this. So this was another bag of fillers that I had, and with the boys, I might regret having them there, but I thought that it looked good just like this. And by the way, I know at the beginning of this week I said that I was going to put this up, but I kind of really just like how it looks here. And it's not like I use that corner anyway to like meal prep or anything like that. So hold on, let me turn the lights off for you. You can get all of that coziness. I ended up having breakfast for dinner. Yeah, this looks like a cookie cake. It is not. It is. So it was delicious. And so I'll continue to have that for breakfast or snacks throughout the week. This is a pancake. When it's just me, this is how I make my pancakes because I find they're so much easier. Make the mix, stick it in the oven. So these were pancakes with, of course, chocolate chip. And then to get the brown color, I put in a whole bunch of cinnamon. So cinnamon chocolate chip pancakes. Amazing. Then I worked on some content creation as far as my art and my writing. So the pelican, let me show it to you. So this is one of the designs. So the front, side, and back of the design. The second design that I submitted. So yeah, submissions are due this week coming up on the 16th. So you can either submit, or you can submit for both. It's either the large the large pelican or the small pelicans. I might submit a few things. I might submit a design for the small pelican as well. There are 6 people who are going to be selected to paint a small pelican and only 1 person who's going to be selected for a large pelican. So like, obviously I know that my designs are good enough to be put on the large pelican. So like, I'm not worried about that, but I kind of feel like, you know, more baskets for the eggs, right? Like, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, that sort of thing. So if I would design other things, there might be a chance, I don't know, that might increase my chance of my artwork getting picked. Yep, one day I'll remember to close out these vlogs. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me and hanging out with me all week. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you real soon.